Yes.
Did it pass?
He just looked at me in disappointment.
I'm sorry, can you? Now we're gonna put it all together.
My name is Sumaya Abdurrahman. I'm in 12th grade. I started in Hidayah Academy around 9th grade when we were still in that 4-room building with a very few amount of students.
My name is Yahya Sayed. I'm 17 years old. I'm in 12th grade.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Aqsa Zara, I'm in 12th grade. In 9th and 10th grade, I was doing online school, and when I came to Hidayah Academy in 11th grade, my parents wanted me to come to a better school with better teachers and where everything was in person.
The first year I attended Hidayah Academy, I was in freshman year. I was 14 years old at the time. Hidayah Academy was a local private Islamic school, and the opportunity to be in an environment that condones and encourages Islamic etiquette, and it seemed like a blessing at the time, and until today it really is.
So I actually came from a very small homeschool environment, so it was a really nice transition from that to a small student-teacher ratio that I know will prepare me easily for what I'm going to have to endure during college. Yeah.
My favorite class would be probably one of my science classes, physics, because I just love to learn everything about science in that class.
Surprisingly, my favorite class is English because despite the fact that the subject isn't my favorite, Mr. Ali makes the topics that we discuss there very interesting, and I come to class, I'm ready, I prepare, because they're very engaging and because we discuss topics that I don't really delve into on a regular basis.
I really like the English class. It's a very engaging class. The teacher he's always really well prepared for what we're going to be doing, so whatever questions we have, he answers it really easily. The point of the class isn't really to ask questions as much, well, it is to ask questions. He likes having us tell him our opinions on the story, kind of guides us through breaking it down and explaining what we think is happening.
I feel like everyone in the beginning of the years in high school has a couple issues like dealing with their school and their schoolwork and making friends, but I feel like over the years everyone's getting to, a better point. I mean, I guess I've done better since 9th grade, obviously. Yeah, academically, like socially, making better friends, making better choices.
I've changed academically, obviously I've grown in that sense, but I think the more important element of growth is that I'm now more aware of what kind of friendships, what kind of bonds I want to forge. I'm very picky when it comes to making friends. I don't just make friendships with anybody.
One thing that I've noticed has changed in me since I started Hidayah Academy was my math. I didn't have an amazing math teacher in 7th and 8th grade, and so I just believed that I was really, really bad at math, and that was the reason I wasn't doing well. But ever since I started, I've had a series of very strong math teachers, and now I know that I'm capable of actually going into any math courses and not just immediately believing that I'm bad at math.
One of the most memorable moments here at Hidayah Academy was probably the last day of school last year. It was really fun. Everyone got together, we all played games and just enjoyed our last days of school.
I have this one vivid memory of during my freshman year, during gym class. We were in the old building and we were in the gym next door. It was a warehouse gym and it had light fixtures that were really high. And I remember we had just finished a workout and I was kicking a ball, and my buddy Alex looks at me and he goes, "Yahya, you're going to hit the light fixture. Stop kicking the ball." I tell him, "Nah man, it's all good." And I kick the ball and the light fixture came down. And I was terrified of what the gym teacher was going to do to me.
Something that happened at the beginning of this year that was interesting, we had a little experiment in earth science. We made a volcano. The first attempt was a little bit disappointing. It didn't explode. We wanted it to explode. So we decided to add maybe 4 times the amount of baking soda. I decided, I don't want to blame anyone else. I decided to add 4 times the amount of baking soda to the thing. So we're waiting for it, wasn't exploding. I was confused, like nothing was happening. So I looked at the top, and that's when I decided to explode, and it sprayed. There's a little mark on the ceiling now.
100%. I'm ready to take on the ups and the downs, the struggles, the happy moments, the sad moments. I'm ready for it all. I don't want to limit my growth to any degree. I want to be the best possible me ever.
I'd like to think I'm prepared for college from what Hidayah has gone through, specifically that English class that we mentioned earlier. It's very discussion-based, which apparently so are a lot of college classes.
I wanted to study computer science in college. That was my major.
I want to major in computer science because for a while now I've been interested in robots and technology, and I love writing code. And at the end of the day, robots are going to rule over humanity. So probably best to be in their good graces from as early as possible. In freshman year in Hidayah, we had a computer science course, and I joined the robotics club. Those were sort of the encouragement that pushed me to decide to major in computer science.
I have decided what I want to major in. I want to do psychology, inshallah. A lot of people are telling me you're going to change your mind, but I hope I stick with it. So I actually took a psychology course this year in Hidayah Academy, and unlike a lot of my friends in other schools who after taking a psychology class they realized it was too much, it actually made me want to do it even more.
I did get accepted to in a lot of universities this year. I got accepted to St. Joseph's, BCU, Penn State, New Jersey, and New York Institute of Technology.
I've been accepted to George Mason University and Catholic University, and I'm still waiting to hear back from a number of other universities.
So far I've only gotten accepted to 2, but that's okay because I only applied to 4. I got accepted into George Mason University and University of Maryland, College Park.
I'm Asma Sayed, co-founder of Hidayah Academy and head of school. We have been in operation for 5 years, and this year we are graduating our 2nd senior class, hopefully to amazing universities. We hope to send them off to college with the understanding that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen them for a particular purpose, knowing what that purpose is, and moving forward in their life with the understanding that every decision they make reflects, hopefully positively, on their life. So at Hidayah Academy, we provide a college readiness program for students who start our 9th grade class. And throughout the 4 years at Hidayah, we coach them, we counsel them, we talk about what are some interests that you have, what are some colleges that you want to go to, and they define those things, and then we put a graduation plan together. What we found very beneficial is for students to have enough information about the college application process, and we allow them to discover their interests through various programs. We encourage internships, so some of our students have taken that opportunity where they have interned elsewhere and discovered their love for certain subjects, and maybe later on decided that's the major they want to pursue.
My name is Brother Ali. I am the high school English teacher, and I've been teaching at Hidayah since 2020. College admissions today are the most competitive that they've ever been in history. And the fact is, there isn't much to distinguish between each applicant. So what truly distinguishes each student as far as the admissions office is concerned? Well, it boils down to a couple of things. And the first is the personal statement. And here at Hidayah, we recognize the importance of that, which is why we give each senior student hours of attention and helping them craft their personal statement. And the fact is that individualized attention you don't get at any other school. Ultimately, here at Hidayah, we're really interested and committed to each individual student and to their story. The second thing that admissions offices are usually looking for are extracurriculars. And the fact is that while many other schools have tons of programs available, here at Hidayah, because of the small community, the administration is actually committed to working with students to develop new clubs. And what this allows you to do is not just to join a dozen clubs, but to actually take a leadership role and to play a strong part in your community to actually create new clubs, which allows you to actually stand out even in comparison to a student who attends a big school with many clubs. The last thing that admissions offices are usually looking for are strong recommendation letters. As a teacher, when it comes to making a decision about who to recommend as far as my students go, the fact is that I'm looking for a student that is particularly engaged in class. I'm looking for a student that doesn't necessarily know what they want to study, but they know what their values are and they know what their ultimate interests are, what they want to kind of contribute. These are the things I'm seeking for in a student. Curiosity, as far as asking great questions, and a willingness to learn.